So I want to start with a topic that I get a lot of pushback on from the audience because I have a very controversial opinion about this apparently, and that's office real estate. There's a lot of worry that in the post-pandemic world, the work from home trend is going to be permanent. No one's going to work in offices anymore, and office real estate will plunge in value, and you're going to see widespread vacancies and stuff like that. I don't buy it, but I'm curious to see what you guys think because I keep getting a lot of pushback from people saying that everyone's going to work from home. And I know you're both working from home right now, so I want to get your opinion. And whoever wants to start can go ahead.
Yeah, I'll start. So I'm with you there, Matt. It's not feasible. This work from home thing right now is, it's a short-term solution to kind of help with the pandemic. It's not sustainable. I mean, there really isn't going to be any cost benefit for any companies to send their employees out to work from home in order to save on office requirements. I think the loss just, and the added infrastructure needed to be able to sustain that, the lack of collaboration. And I think overall, you got people working from home. I think productivity is bound to slip. But on the flip side of that, I actually see in it possibly going the other way. I think when we're outside of, the pandemic, things are cooling down there. A lot of people are going to start reevaluating certain standards, and one of those being, how many people can you cram in a workspace? I mean, my office leasing days, that's what we would do. We would look at, here's a space. How can we fit as many people into this space comfortably as possible? Where I think now, even besides COVID, just looking at, in general, looking at maybe the cost impact of, anything else, whether flu or colds, whatever, thick days. And I think just workplace standards will probably shift that way to require more spacing between people and actually potentially require larger office spaces. I know I work out of a Regis office, and recently they gave everybody an offer that had multiple employees. I think it was half off the difference if you were to upgrade to a larger office to be able to accommodate social distancing better. So I think it might actually have the opposite effect personally.
Right. I'm kind of like in the same boat as you guys. Even though I've worked from home for years, I love working from home. I can't imagine going back to an office. But from what I've just read and heard from a lot of the big office REITs and office owners, like they just don't see it being disruptive. So I'm going to read a quote from Brookfield Property CEO Brian Kingston. And they're one of the biggest property owners in the world. They own like a lot of iconic office buildings. So he said, and this is at their investor day, 6 months on, I think we can all look back and say that while we've been able to manage through this period, working from home or living at work, as some like to call it, really doesn't work. And he goes on to say that, people can stay in contact through things like Zoom and things like that. But the big issue that Brookfield and Boston Properties and CEOs of even like major companies like Netflix have honed in on, things like water cooler discussions, just the innovation and the collaboration that they can get from the office. They can't do that working from home. And a lot of them, they just really feel that they're going to go back to the office. It'll look different. Like Kevin said, it'll be more socially distanced. I know a lot of office companies are putting in better HVAC systems and stuff like that to handle, viruses and keep offices cleaner. But everyone, and of course this is their business, but they're all saying that this is not the end of the office. If anything, it's just an evolution of the office.